So the Potato Valley Explorer is our train from Alamosa to Monte Vista. It's a short hour train ride. You get a couple hours in Monte Vista and an hour back. It's one of the last authentic mixed trains in America, handling both freight and passengers. So let's go for a ride. The well-known author Lucius Beebe wrote a book called Mixed Train Daily about the thousands of trains carrying both freight and passengers that ran the rails of North America. This is the last of that breed, the Potato Valley Explorer, carrying empty cars of freight out to Monte Vista, loading up with barley, wheat, and potatoes, and coming back to Alamosa. You can ride an actual working freight train, and this is one of our shorter trips. It leaves at 10 o'clock in the morning. You're back by 2 o'clock in the afternoon with time for lunch in Monte Vista. This is a great trip to take your kids on. They'll learn about the real West. They'll learn about agriculture, and they'll still have a great time, ride the train, have lunch. Come on out, it's fun. We're here on the Potato Valley Explorer, and we're going by one of the fields that grow the produce we've been talking about here in the valley. The snow melts, it comes down out of the mountains and goes into the aquifer, and that's the water that comes into those pivot sprinklers, produces the potatoes, the wheat, the barley, alfalfa, the products we have here. You're riding on the last authentic mixed freight and passenger train in America, the Potato Valley Explorer. Come on out. So we're on the Potato Valley Explorer. Why do we call it the Potato Valley Explorer? Well, there's a lot of agricultural products that are grown here. This is the world's largest alpine valley. It's over 100 miles long, 75 miles wide, at 7,500 feet. It's a great climate, it's an arid climate, and yet we have all that fresh water coming down off the mountains after the snowfall melts into an aquifer under this valley, and that provides the water for the agriculture here in the valley. So here are some of the products that we grow in the San Luis Valley. Wheat that goes into bread. There's a lot of wheat grown here. There's barley that goes into beer, particularly Coors. They buy about 35% of the barley. And then we have a lot of different varieties of potatoes, such as the red McClure potato that was bred specially here in the valley, and the Yukon Gold. One of the interesting things about potatoes here in the San Luis Valley is that none of the potatoes are used for potato chips or French fries. They're 100% sold as table potatoes, either in the grocery store or into the restaurant business. Why is that? You'll have to come ride the train to find out. But all I can tell you about the potatoes that are grown here is that I like them. And when you cut into a potato in the San Luis Valley, you can count on it being a very nice, very clean. This is a gold potato on the inside. They make great mashed potatoes. They make great baked potatoes. Come on out here and let us talk to you about the real West, not the plastic version that you get at a theme park, but the real West that you see from the last mixed train in America between Alamosa and Monte Vista, Colorado. Come on out, bring your kids, ride the train, you'll have a good time. We have about 2 hours here in Monte Vista, so let's take a walk downtown and see what there is to see. Monte Vista is as old as the railroad. The railroad came through here in about 1880. Monte Vista started about the same time. And while it's the capital of the Potato Valley, it's the place where all the potato marketers live. It's also got this nice little downtown with restaurants, coffee houses, shops, and it's a great place to spend a couple of hours just walking around and seeing what there is before you get back on the train to go to Alamosa. There are a lot of different kinds of shops here in Monte Vista. Things for the craftsman like yarn. There are boutiques with clothes. There's a Mexican restaurant, an Italian sandwich shop. There's a coffee house. Lots of things to do, and you won't run out of things to do during the time you're here in Monte Vista. Hope you have a good time when you come. Okay, so you've ridden the Potato Valley Explorer. You've learned about agriculture in the San Luis Valley. You got off at Monte Vista and you went downtown, had lunch, looked at a couple of shops. Now you're on the train back to Alamosa. And we have a special treat for the kids this year. Everybody gets a potato. Not only do they get a potato, they get Mr. Potato Head. Remember Mr. Potato Head when you were a kid? We have Mr. Potato Head here on the train for the kids, and it'll give you something to do on the way back. Actually, this is Mrs. Potato Head. It'll give you something to do in the car, wherever you're going next. And it's just a fun way to remember the fact that you came to the San Luis Valley.
Don't I get one?
Aren't you a little old for Mr. Potato Head?
Well, maybe, but didn't you see the Super Bowl commercial with this guy in it?
Ah, Bridgestone Tire. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so everybody gets Mr. Potato Head, and I hope you enjoyed riding our train to Monte Vista. Come ride our train to Antonito and connect to the Cumbres and Toltec. Ride over beautiful La Vida Pass. Stop at Fur for one of our concerts this summer. Thank you for visiting the Rio Grande Scenic Railroad website.